Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Weekly Minis. I'm Carolyn, your host for this session. As you know, each week we deliver a bite-sized workshop on hot topics. These workshops are available to you here on our Facebook page, as well as our certified teachers group. We also have them recorded so you can reference all of our previous topics on the AcroDance Resource Center. If you have any questions while we're live, please put them in the comment section and we'll do our best to address those at the end of our presentation. Either way, please be sure to let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. Now, today's topic is all about handstands. It's handstands for intermediates, and we have a special guest with us today, Jill Ford. Jill is a course conductor and examiner for Acrobatic Arts. She has her own studio, Supernova Acro Club in Edmonton, Alberta, specializing in acrobatics, and she has over 25 years teaching experience, so you're in good hands. Now, Jill continues to develop and train young dancers by sharing her knowledge and passion of acrobatics, and we are so thrilled to have her here today. So Jill, it's awesome to have you back with us. It's all yours. Please take it away.
Thank you, Carolyn. Happy to be here. Thank you, Acrobatic Arts, for having me once again for another awesome mini session. And thank you for tuning in on a Wednesday morning. We are going to get started. This is my demonstrator, Jada. She's going to be sharing her expertise and skills with you today. We are just going to start with a good wrist warm-up, something we need to definitely have warm and ready before handstands, of course. So we're going to start with a nice wrist warming up. So Jada's going to start with her hands flexed, spider fingers we like to call them, and she's just going to move her hands in a circle all the way as far as she can. So she's going to take her hands and keep walking them out and moving all the way, even more. Jada, can you go in even more as far as you can and really lean on those hands, push forward, good girl. And then we're going to walk backwards and all the way, keep going, nice big steps all the way, and keep going inward now, inward as far as you can. Feels a little awkward. Can you go a little more? Good, and push on those wrists. Amazing. And then we're going to do that a couple more times. So she's going to keep walking. It's really good to just keep those hands, getting all parts of her hand warmed up there and her wrists. Of course, all your weight is on your hands in a handstand. So we've got to make sure that we have nice, strong and flexible wrists. Just going to push. Good. So you would probably do that a good 4 to 5 times. Okay. And then we're going to do another one called our little wrist push-up. So she's going to start in a fist, leaning on her fist. Then she's just going to drop and open her hands and then come back up. So she's going to drop. Let's go do this one first. So you're going to open your hands down. Good. And then back up. So obviously, the more you lean on your hands, okay, this might feel a little bit better on a mat, but she'll take one for the team here. And then open her fingers up. Good. And of course, the more weight you put on those hands, the more strength you're going to build up. Okay. So those are called wrist push-ups. And then we're going to do a rotation on our wrist, just in here. So she's going to lean on her wrist. She's going to lean all the way forward. Okay, good. Then she's going to come back and bend her elbows all the way back. So you're going to walk away from your wrist a little bit. Yeah, and bend your elbows down. Good, and lean on those wrists. And then up you go and rock all the way forward as far as she can. And then open and sit back. Awesome. And then up, push forward. Again, you probably want to do this about 10 times. Just depending on the students you have, and then give them a good shake out after each exercise. Roll them out, shake them, roller coaster. Okay, roll them around. Awesome. Okay, then the last one, we're just going to have our hands really engaged in the floor. She's going to go into ball pose, so on the balls of your feet, Jada, and just simply press up with her legs straight, leaning on her hands. So press up, leaning on those hands. Awesome. And then come back down to ball pose. And one more time, a few more times. Let's do 3 of those. Push. It's a good leg stretch as well. And push up, push on those hands. If you want to take it a little bit more advanced and also work your feet at the same time, she can go right onto her full point. And she's going to lift right up onto her hands. Push, push all the way down your hands. Jada, can you drop your hands to the ground? Not a girl. Yeah. And then back down to your knees all the way. And then all the way back up, pushing on those. Good. Okay. So that's a nice, good wrist. Now your hands feel pretty loose, Jada. Awesome. Okay. So we are going to first we're just going to do a body shaping for a handstand. So Jada's going to lay on her tummy. Let's go sideways, Jada. And she's going to put her hands right by her ears. She is going to squeeze every single muscle in her body. So if I was going to pinch her, squeeze, 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 squeeze. She's going to lift her armpits off the wall, off the floor, and that is it. She's going to squeeze and try to lift her armpits off the wall. And you'll see her back here is making a nice little hollow shape, okay? So she's squeezing, squeeze, squeeze, and rest. And squeeze. Whew. Try to get your tummy on the floor. Yeah, and then just, yeah, there we go, good. And back down. One more time. Are your feet together? Are you squeezing? Beautiful, yeah, she's squeezing very hard, good. This is just a nice way for your students to feel that nice body shape that they need for a really good handstand. They've got the floor, so they can use that to help them find that position, okay? Okay, first step, we're gonna go to the wall, and Jada's gonna show you a straight handstand at the wall. We've mastered this as level 4 in Acrobatic Arts, is the straight handstand. Jada, maybe just come a little bit further to the camera. That's it, yeah, so we're gonna walk up the wall first. Okay, so she's gonna walk up, and we've got a really strong handstand. We're prepping for handstands in the center, okay? So that's what my class is sort of about today, is handstands in the center, holding them. So these little drills are gonna help you get there. So she's got a really nice handstand. Remember, on our straight handstand, the only thing touching should be the tops of our feet, not our ribs, not our thighs, okay? And she's squeezing her ears. Now what Jada's gonna do is she's gonna take one foot off the wall and then match the other foot, and just hold it for a second. Good, and then she's gonna go back to the wall, then she's gonna take the other foot off, and then she's gonna match the other foot, squeeze it, good girl, and just kind of getting that balance. Come on down, Jada, good. Okay, so practice that a little bit, just one leg off, hold it, come back. One leg off, hold it, come back, okay? Now we're gonna do the exact same thing, but she's gonna do it with a kick up to the wall. So she's gonna face the wall, she's gonna kick up. And I always tell my dancers when they're doing AcroDances, when they're at the wall, you always want them growing taller up the wall. So their body is always lengthening, okay? Never sinking. We want them long, 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 long. So I'll put like my hand above their toes and say, touch my toes with my hand, okay? So you want them growing up the wall all the time. Okay, so let's just try the same thing, Jada, by kicking up. Okay, so she's gonna kick up, nice straight handstand. She's looking at the floor, so this is actually a curved handstand when she's kicking up, and which is fine for this drill. So she's going to take one foot off and match it to the other one, squeeze, awesome, back to the wall, and she's gonna take the other foot off and match the other one. So practicing both sides, squeeze, good, and come back down, okay? So just a few little reminders, give Jada a little minute break there, is always spider fingers, your hands are engaged, okay, all of the time. Your shoulders are into your ears, okay? Really good handstand technique. Of course, arms hip shoulder width apart. That's a no-brainer. Another nice exercise too for getting those fingers nice and strong. And if you've got students that are, oh, my wrist hurts, it's probably because they're sinking down into their wrist on their handstand. They should be pressuring, like transferring their weight into their fingers more, into the top of their wrist here, not down in here. Okay, so they've just got to learn to transfer their weight forward. And you can do a nice exercise here by come in, Jada, and just lift your fingers up and then back down. So lifting them up on the ground. So just strengthening those fingers. So lift up, so grip the floor, lift up, and then back down. And of course, to make this harder, she's going to lean on her hands. So really lean on those hands and grip them up, shoop, and then back down, and shoop, and back down. Good. Okay, so it's another little drill there to warm up those fingers as well and build up the strength. Okay, so we've done the wall. Now another great drill to build up the strength of the handstand and make even the handstand easier in the center is to add a stack. So I've got a stack there. I'm just gonna go over and catch Jada's feet just in case, just to be there. But she's gonna kick up and have to hold her handstand for a second there on that added stack, which makes it quite a bit harder, building up the muscles. So that time she didn't get up. She's got to kick a little harder. Ready? Kick to my hand. Up, that a girl. And then I'm going to give her a little tug, a little balance. Good. And let's do one more. Nice. Good. Perfect. Okay, so that's a great thing to build up some strength, more strength in their shoulders. Of course, needless to say, they've got to have lots of planks, lots of push-ups, all those strengthening things to build up the necessary muscles that they need for a handstand. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into the center. David, you can undo the mat so you have something to sit your knees on. And we're going to work on some drills to get that nice stack position. We always hear people say stacked. What stack means is their hips have to get over their shoulders over their wrists. So they're in a nice stack position. So this is a really great drill for that. We're going to first do it just from our feet, Jade, I think. So let's stand up from our feet. Okay, so the first one, let's face sideways on this one. Do you want to go on the floor? Okay, so she's just going to get her feet tucked, and you'll see if we can get her stacked. You'll be able to see from her side view if her hips are right over her shoulders. Let's see if she can do it. So put your hands on the mat, on the floor, Bend your knees and just tuck up. Keep your knees bent, tuck up, and back down. Awesome. So you see those hips getting right over. We're going to do 5 of those in a row. Ready? So just keep your hands on the ground the whole time. Let's try it. Ready? Go. So take it up, back down. Amazing. Up, back down. It's a little harder in a row, but good. That's good. You can even bend your knees right, or feet right in, Jada. You're making it very pretty, but that's great that she's making it pretty. Was that 3? I think we got 2 more. Go. Up. Good girl. Good. Nice straight back. Nice and stacked. Whoop, went a little, she overshot it that time. Notice she did not go into a bridge, fall on her back. She stepped out, which is good habits. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to jump to a straddle. I won't make you do 5 of these, but I would do 5 in class. Just from our feet. So you're going to do forward. Okay, so just from ball pose, she's going to jump up, leaning on those hands to straddle, pop, and back down. Whoops, let's try it again. Ready? Go, push the straddle, hold it, and back down. Ooh, that was a long one. Good. So she's really stacked. You can see there's no movement. She's got a nice solid handstand. Let's try one more. Ready? See if you can get your legs even this time. Ready? Go. Push. One leg. Oh, didn't quite get up. One more time. You can tell that one, she didn't quite get her hips up high enough. Ready? Last one. Hold it. A little leaning to one side. Get it straight. There. Beautiful. And come back down. Awesome. Okay. So we've done the tuck, the straddle. Last one. Here's the hardest one. No, we're still from our feet, Jada. Pike. You want to do this one from the side? We're going to pike up and see if she can get to full handstand from a pike. Just from your feet first. Yeah. So we're still on our bottoms of our feet. Do you want to go sideways? Let's go sideways. Yeah. So she's still, you can take your knees off the ground. Take your knees off. Yeah. Ready. And you can even stand up higher there and then bend and go. Ready. Like stand up a bit more. There. Like up more. There. And then bend and go. Ready. Go. So pike, press up. Almost. This is yes. Hold it. Good girl. Back down. Can you try one more? That was awesome. Ready? Go. Push up. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So we did the tuck, the straddle, the pike. Well, she's got that. So let's make it harder. And let's go to our knees now. So we can do all 3 of those from our knees. Okay, now we're really working. This is getting us towards a press eventually because there's no momentum. It's all in your shoulders and your hands now because her hands are here. She doesn't have her feet to push off. She's going to use all her upper body strength. Let's see how she does. We'll just make her do 1 of each. So let's do the tuck one first from our knees. All right, spider fingers. Engage that floor. Breathe, focus. When you're ready. Awesome. She's success. Okay. Straddle now. Here we go. Success. Pike. Oh, this is about, she just overshot a little bit. One more time. Shake it out. Yeah. Make sure they give a good shake in between these. These are quite difficult. Okay. Let's try the pike one more time. Squeeze at the top. Oh, one more time. Ready? When you get there, Jada, squeeze a little bit more. I think you're just missing that squeeze at the end there. You've got this. Ready? Go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There it is. Good girl. Back down. Nicely done. Okay. So those are really good drills. Actually, Jada did it better from her knees where she's used to doing that. And it's just, there's a little bit less momentum and she's used to just using those muscles that she needs. So that's where she's at with her training. So get your students to that and just always keeping them doing one more. Once they master one, move them on. I'm a firm believer of that. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to move on to just some handstands with different leg positions. So jump up, Jada. So we're going to do, let's just show a straight handstand first, so kicking in. So she's going to tendu. So just some fun, different ways you can experiment with their leg positions. So here's just the regular straight handstand, okay? Or just legs straight, legs straight together. Her head is looking at her floor in all of these, so it's actually a curved handstand, but I just meant her legs were straight. Okay, so let's try it in a stag position. Maybe go sideways, I can see it nicer. Okay, so I want you to watch how Jada controls her entrance, okay? So that's the key to a handstand. You got to control how you get in and out of it, okay? And the double stag, can you get that leg up a little bit? Good. Okay, now can you straighten out the one leg and go into a stag position? Good, another position, good girl. And full split and come on out. Good. And let's show the lady leg handstand. So let's go up here. And good girl. And come on out. Nice. Awesome. And what about a middle split? So let's go up and then stretch our legs into a straddle. Maybe face, yeah, you can face the audience, maybe, yeah. It's a little bit different when you're starting off that mat, isn't it? It's a bit different. And then straddle. Good. Hold it. Squeeze. Good girl. Awesome. And back up. Yes. Nice. So as you can see, handstands are the fundamental of everything. If you have a strong handstand, then everything in acro will be strong. Because Jada can take all those handstands she just did and get different entrances into them, exits out of them. Maybe that's a variation of a walkover, or you're gonna sit and you're gonna cartwheel out, or different things. So if you have a strong handstand, there's so much more you can do with your acro and all your skills. Okay. Okay, so now we're just gonna show a few exits out of a handstand. So let's do the handstand, Jada, and then the big split and cartwheel out. This is a nice, this is one of my favorites. So she's gonna kick up, show a nice handstand, and then surprise you with the ending. Good. So do it one more time and see if you can take that hand off and hold for a split second. Ready? Go. Up. Split off. Hey, good girl. Okay. Another nice one is the handstand. Now she's going to take a nice arch and think she's going to go into a limber, but then she's going to drop her hips and sit. Okay, so here she goes. So handstand, up, limber, sit. Okay, one more time. Go face this way, because they're looking at the live audience. No, like go this way. Yeah, and then finish looking at the front. Ready? Oh, no, face, go this way. Stand over there. There you go. Go towards the mirrors. And then you can finish looking at the mirrors. Ready, go up. So she goes here, sit. There you go. Good. Okay, so that's another nice, and then from there, the sky's the limit, you can keep going in after that. And then another way to get into a handstand is the cartwheel entrance. So go ahead, Jada, so you're gonna cartwheel entrance into it. So just you're gonna have to do a nice slow cartwheel and hold it, go. So she goes hold into her split. There you go, out. Okay, so just another way to get into it from a cartwheel. Okay, and then the last thing we're just going to touch on here is some handstand walking. So here's a great drill. Jada's going to face the wall on her handstand. She's going to take 2 steps away from the wall, turn it, and 2 steps back to the wall. So I'm going to move the mat for you. So face the wall first. She's going to face the wall. So once they get really proficient in a handstand in the center, then let's get them walking. Okay, so this is just a really good drill for our walking. So she's there and she's gonna walk. Okay, go ahead. So 2 steps off the wall and then turn and then back to the wall. Good girl, and she made it. And then kick down. Awesome. So that's just a great skill for walking as well as learning to turn your handstands. Okay. And now come into the center, Jada. And let's work on our half turn walking. So we're just going to show the handstand with a half a turn. So Jada's going to tendu devant. She's going to reach with her opposite hand to what she's tenduing. So she's tenduing her left foot. She's going to reach across with her right hand. Okay, so just do it slow. So she's going to put her one hand down, her other hand's going to reach across to make the turn. Yeah, okay. Ready, go. So 1, 2, and out. Try it again. So let's just do that. Try to do that slower again. Just showing slow. So she's going to tendu her left foot. She's going to put her hand down, her right hand. Her left hand is going to slurp in the middle and scoop underneath. One more time, nice and slow, Jada. So she's going to put her hand down. And then this hand's going to tuck right in there. Boom. So we don't want the half turn to have like 4 steps. We want it boom, boom, and nice and tight. So the body's got to be really tight. One more time, Jada. Do it. No, you can do it fast now. Go. 1, squeeze, down. Now see if you can hold it for a second in that handstand. That's the tricky part. Okay, so here she goes. Let's see if she can hold it. Hold it. Better. One more hold and see if you can hold it in a stay. Ready? Last one. Almost. One more try. So you can play with that. Get them holding there. It's the momentum of the turn. It makes it very difficult to squeeze, but just takes some practice and some control. Try one more time. Go a little slower. And you can maybe hold it. Should we let her try one more time? Third's the charm, and then we'll say goodbye to the Acro world on Facebook Live. All right, here we go. Okay, that was a better hold. Good. Okay, and tune in December for Handstands with Advanced because Miss Vicky is going to take on and do the full turn in the handstand. So I know she's going to cover that. So if you're interested in learning the next step, tune into that mini session coming up. But that is my mini session on handstands. I am so passionate about handstands. That is the foundation of most of the acro skills. So everyday handstand. All right, Carolyn, take it away.
Thanks, Jill. Wow, that was inspiring. Jada, thank you so much. I know you got put through a workout this morning, but I know that all of our teachers will really appreciate your time and efforts. And thank you again, Jill. But before you go, we do have a couple of questions. Do you have a moment?
Of course.
Okay.
Always.
So Bella Reed from the UK asks, handstand walking, should the student be looking at the wall or their hands?
Oh, the drill that I did at the wall? They should be looking at their hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any other questions? I'll put that out to our Acrobatic Arts community while we have Jill live. I'll just give it a quick second to see if anybody else has anything they want to add. If there's something that you think about that you'd like to ask and follow up, I know Jill wouldn't mind popping onto the feed and follow up. There is a question I don't know if you can answer, Jill, but I'll ask. Do we have Acrobatic Arts have a video? This is from Melissa. Do you have a video for handstand walking with kicks? Do you know that?
I'm not on the app. I'm not sure, but Jada, can you do it with splits? I think she means that with split, like walking and split your legs as you walk. I think that's what she means. Let's see if I'm right.
Let's see if we're right, Melissa.
Wait, move the mat. All right, right. Walk, walk, walk. Ish. That's very difficult. So it's bump, bump, bump as they walk with their hands. Is that what you were asking? Thumbs up or?
Well, what we'll do, Jill, is we'll leave that there and she can let us know. And if we will add it straight from Acrobatic Arts headquarters. I've got a late breaking message that we don't have it as a video, but we will add it. So I've got some more questions. You still have some time? Okay. So Shannon asks, what's the name of the cross-legged handstand position beginning?
The lady legs, but you could call it, I call it lady legs, but probably cross legs is probably a better politically correct term. So we'll call it cross legs. Do it, Jada. Cross legs, crisscross. You can go whatever you want.
All right. Thank you. And thank you. Megan asks, what did you call the handstand in center that came down with a spring with 2 legs? What did you call the handstand in center?
Arabian. I think the Arabian, when it went into a center split, it's just anything in a handstand with acrobatic arts that goes off 2 feet is an Arabian. So Jada, just do an Arabian from a ball pose. So it jumps off 2 feet. So depending any leg position, if it jumps off 2 feet, it's an Arabian.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so things are going very active in the comment section, and we will definitely follow up with those questions and clarity around anything that Jill's presented that you'd like further information on. If there are no further questions, we'll wrap things up for today. Jill, thank you so much. Jada, again, thank you for your time. Thank you, teachers, for joining us for this week's weekly mini. You can learn more about acrobatic arts and our programs at acrobaticarts.com. I know you're going to want to join us next week for our session on games for preschool with special guest Loren Dermody. We'll see you then, everyone. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.